Hey guys, it's Ellen here, and it's Floral Friday. I have a fun, simple, easy idea to do that anybody beginner can do, and we're going to be painting these fun little sprays right out of this little jar, or vase, whatever you want to call it. It's just something simple and fun to do, relaxing and enjoyable. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. I have exclusive tutorials there weekly that are different than I do on YouTube. This week I have a fun loose floral. And my acrylic channel, it's called Amazing Art. It's on my About page and description box below. I just do demos over there, but it's just fun. So please subscribe to that. I would really appreciate it. So if you have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comment box. And also don't forget to hit the bell notification button to know my tutorial's up. Let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna go over my supplies. I have a piece of Arches paper. This is in my pad. This is the 100% cotton, see? It's a 10 by 14 inch piece of paper and a pad. Paper towels, I'll go with my paints as I use them. I always have the paints in the description box, so check that out. We're playing with like quinacridone Magenta, Cadmium Yellow deep, Peacock blue, Dyke brown, some olive green gouache, maybe some Prussian blue. I just drew in like a little teeny vase here, and you can do the same. Just draw like a simple little vase, kind of really small. The rest of it's going to be all big. So we're just going to play around today, and I have my water jars up here, of course. I'm going to be using many different brushes, probably. This is my Princeton 8 long round brush, and we're just going to start, like, you can paint the vase first if you want. I'm going to paint it last. I'm going to start by painting some greenery. So I have this olive green, it's actually gouache that I've mixed with some Dyke brown. I'm going to water this down. And I'm just going to start by painting out some greenery and some twigs, and we'll add flowers. So just taking it from the vase, going upward. Just simple strokes like that. Woohoo, we're going to have fun. Just going like this. Crisscross. And then you don't have to use the same color green. You can use multiple color greens. I can grab in some more of this Peacock blue. Make it more of an aqua green. Maybe a little brown to that. Just change up the green color tone. See, like that. Just like that. The reason why I'm starting off putting out the stems out there is because I want to see where my flowers are going to land. And I'll take some of this Dyke brown. You do some brown stems. Add a little yellow to that. Doesn't have to all be green. And you can crisscross that. See, but you're getting the idea that we're going to have these crazy stems in all different places. And then from there, you can have your stems after them. So like this, we'll be placing some flowers and foliage in between them. So you just putting some little branches off on your, if your color is bleeding into the other stem colors, it's obviously too wet, and then you're gonna have to wait till it dries. That was my doodle, pay no attention to him. He's scratching and whatnot. Then again over in here, we're just going to keep putting layers upon layers. You see? And then the greenery, we can add in some more stems coming off that one. Just like that, or stems with leaves. So I got some stems going, as you can see here. And then we'll add some leaves to that. See, simple leaves. It's just a movement of curving it, and connecting it to the stem. Just repeating that up and down for this one. And you don't have to follow exactly as I'm doing with the stems. It's just the whole idea of just giving you some ideas to paint for Floral Friday. You know, I myself have to sit there and think about a million things that I should be painting. You know, and then of course, down here we can put some down here. Like I said, it's best to try and do the stems and leaves where it's not going to blade with the other greenery or stems for this exercise. So you might have to wait till some of them dry. Just going like that. Make all different kinds of leaves. Little teeny ones coming off this one. So when they dry, you can overlap them. If there's nice look to them. Again, just these simple little leaves going like this, see? Just going up that stem. Nothing special. We will be adding some florals, trust me. Right now we're just concentrating on the greenery. And you can add some real deep greenery, not deep, like bigger leaves, like a eucalyptus leaf. Here I'm going like making that round shape, overlapping it, because not everything's going to be all foliage. Florals. I want some pretty foliage. So I'm just doing some roundish type leaves. See, just making a circle, connecting it, overlapping it. Nothing too crazy. All right, let's make some flowers. I'm gonna do some yellow orange ones. I've got my yellow here, quinacridone magenta. Makes like a nice orange. We can start putting in some flowers, simple ones, just these simple like star shapes, just like that. Nothing special. Can make some smaller ones connecting to this little stem. And I'll make another one over here. I didn't put a stem there, but I can always connect it. There's a little stem that goes with that one, so that's fine. So we're gonna make some like in the fall tones. So working with those color themes these days. So I've got the magenta. I'll add a little peacock blue to that. Get more in that cranberry tone, a little yellow. Gotta play around with your paints. So then here we can add some kind of like bushy. See, I'm just taking my brush, making these simple lines, back and forth. Make these little bushy red flowers. They're not any specific type of flower, but you know it's a fleur. Just going like that and adding it, connecting that stem. Later on, if I want to add some greenery to that stem, I'll go ahead and do that. But for right now, we're just playing with color, stem, and foliage. If you want to put in some more yellow tone type flowers, I've got this bright yellow, cadmium yellow deep. It's fairly bright. And here I could put in some little teeny yellow flowers, all connecting to those little stems that I just did. So we're getting little ditzy type flowers. Ditzy means tiny, of course. And then bigger blooms. Could do the same thing again here, going all the way up. Just as a variety of flowers, tones, leaf, greenery, whatnot. So we're keeping it kind of cute and simple. I'm going to add some more of this greenery here. Coming outward and upward. And we'll put some flowers on that one. On this brown stem, I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'll grab some of that brown. I'm going to have little stems off of that, stems that I did. Just to make it different. And then I'll make a color that's more red. So it's basically the magenta with the yellow. And the more red tone. And you can make berries. See, make little berries. Doesn't all have to be flowers and stems. Pretty red berries. That I think you guys can handle. Maybe a purple flower in here. I'm gonna move over this color. I've got the Peacock, the Magenta, makes a nice purple. I'm gonna use a little more Peacock. Magenta. I want more of a red purple. Okay, again, just make simple flowers. Do like a, just making the squirrel and back petal. That's fairly big compared to the other ones, right? Do the same thing here. See, just the movement of the paintbrush, this particular paintbrush, to get those petals. And you can just add some more here and there, wherever you want to do it. And then just put a stem connecting it to the bigger stem. Don't worry if it's overlapping the green, it's supposed to. So you can put a darker color from watercolor on the lighter color, unlike acrylic, which is the opposite, and gouache. So I got a few of those color blooms in there. And then you can connect it to the stem and add some greenery, like nice leaves. So building out this sign. Some nice greens, bigger greens. They're a little bit darker than the other ones because they're building this out. So these greeneries can get much darker. Can add some blue to that. So that purpley pinkish one, I'm going to add some leaves to that. See that? Just simple leaves, but they're dark green ones. So they'll stand out on their own. We're building this fun floral here. Let that turquoise one here. Put some stems coming down here. And you can just do some simple pretty, lift up that brown. Just some simple like wheat or brown stems, and then add a couple of flowers here and there. So you can add this wheat color. Looks like wheat, right? Have them hanging out here. Put them all around. Change it up. Like I said, make sure this stuff is dry before you start playing, otherwise it's going to bleed. And if you want it that way, it's fine. Now we're going to add some more of this, maybe some more of this yellow color, yellow orange. We had the little teeny ones, but let's do a bigger one, almost like a daisy sunflower. Put that up here. I have so many sunflower tutorials. To put some smaller ones down here. Well, I have the yellow over here, so I might have to make that one orange. See? I paint like real time, people. So now I didn't like that because it was yellow next to yellow. I'm gonna put some orange flowers in here. And go right on top of that yellow. This is the orange, but it's kind of like a blah orange. I'm going to brighten that up. Put this bright orange color tone right on top of it. If it's lighter, you can do that. If it's darker, it's not going to happen. I'll add another bright orangey yellow one over here. Just make these little lines like this. Connect them. Kind of going in a circle. Leaving little white spaces in between. And you have this fun, pretty, looks like a chrysanthemum flower. Just these little marks. And it gets smaller as you go down the stem. Down in here. And over in here. We're getting there. We're almost done. I'm going to add a few more in here. Maybe a darker green. Stem coming in here with some big old leaves. Right? It doesn't have to be all floral. It can just be leaves and stems. You get the point, right? And you can put some gray ones in there too. That would be pretty. I have some gray color already mixed up. Again, go up here. Just put some gray leaves. You want that fall tone. I wouldn't fill up too much. You don't want to get too crazy. This is simple enough, I think. And then this is still drying, the yellow, kind of like Black Daisy. We'll work on the vase. I think the vase I'll keep in the orange blushy color tone. So I have this reddish color over here. I'm going to add some more magenta to it, and we've got this blushy color tone. And I'm just going to fill this in. See, I made this little funky little vase here. And I have little arms here coming from the vase. And the bottom. I'm just going to fill this in. I'm going to leave a little white halo area, like right over here. Just like this. I wouldn't keep the color too flat. You might want to add in some darks on the sides. So kind of flush that color in. It's pretty damp. So you could add in, take some of this paint away, some darker tones that are less, obviously be mixing up the paint. See, I have the magenta and the yellow, and it's less water. So I'm just kind of pushing that darker tone right on that side here. It should blend nicely. Here also. Just gives it that three-dimensional look. And then the bottom. And then when that's dry, we can go in and get one more detail. Meanwhile, back at the farm, these should be fairly dry. I think I'm going to make the center of that, not black, but more purple, of the sunflower. Just adds another prettiness to it. Although it looks black, it's not, it's purple. We can do the same thing with the orange ones. And then here on these chrysanthemum kind of orangey ones, I'm gonna grab some magenta, make a deeper orange, and just go in and add little accents on one side. We're putting in the small details here. Same thing with the flowers. The purple, well, you could put a yellow if you had gouache on here, but you don't. So either you're making it darker, you could try and throw it in, but it won't work as much. See, here's a little yellow. Not too bad, worked okay. And this is where you tweak all your little stems that you've created. Just go in and tweak them up. You finish the tips of them. You can add some detail to them while this vase is drying. But this is such a simple and fun exercise to do. You can change up the color tone of the flowers, the size, the kind of stems that you have. It's just a lot of fun to play around with. Might grab a yellow. Put some little leaves in here that I didn't put in before. More the bright green, yellow, chartreuse kind of tones. Because I didn't have any of those. I'd like to mix up the green colors. Even though it's kind of a fall color palette, I'll put in some bright tones too. Okay, I think I'm done with the leaves. I could put one in here. The chartreusey color. Just playing around with different leaves and stems. And now I'm just going to make some more of this dark blushy color. Again, just throwing in some dark tones, less water, just getting in little details. You can put a pattern into the vase, see? I'm putting a little skinny little pattern, floral, but make it monotone so it's not so busy. Basically one color. That's what I mean by monotone is like just this one color. Mono, one. So I'm just putting in like a little floral chinoiserie type pattern. Just to give it interest. You could put polka dots, stripes, whatever makes you happy. And again, I'm going to add a little darker detail. Some reddish brown here. Just on the side. Down here. Not too much though. I don't want to overwork it too much. And then I'm going to go into these little purpley flowers and add just a bit of more color. That got a little dark. Just have to lift it up a little bit. Just in the bottom area, actually. Not anywhere else. So then it just changes that. And again, this purple flower, I'll add a little yellow. And I'm pretty much happy with that. I mean, if you can go in and keep playing around with adding in, see, I'm adding little purple ditzy flowers up here. Just playing around with adding in flowers and foliage. Pretty much, that's it. That's our Floral Friday fun, you know? Just a fun vase, spraying. I can do a couple more sprays. So I'm looking at it, I stood up and I looked at it. I'm like, I want some more fun sprays. So I'm just gonna put some little stems hanging off here. And some leaves. Don't want to make it too serious. Right? Just have some fun with this. We're looking to have fun on Friday. And then I'll add in some color in here. Probably this purpley color. Water this down. Because it makes sense, the threes. Just some simple purple ditzy flowers just thrown in here. And it's just going to help balance the painting. And again, out here I think I'm going to put a spray out this way. You're just playing around. Put some foliage again. I found it good because I was standing up to see if I liked it, and I looked at my camera lens and I said, oh, I need something else there and here, and it's good to stand up and step back and figure out what it is you're missing. Oh, it's just some bright pink ones actually. This is some bright pink ones. There you go. Play around with the greens. If you want to add some greens or just stems. But I think we're done now. Have fun with this, guys. It's just joy to paint, right? You're just painting a simple vase. You can make a square, round, rectangle, and just spray out the floors and have fun with this. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. I have exclusive tutorials there weekly. I have a fun loose floral one there this week. And my Amazing Art channel, which is on my About page, is all acrylics. So take care, guys. Have a great weekend. I'll speak to you soon.